Hey guys, it's been a while since I've been talking about wooden dummy myself because I have gotten a lot of requests lately. So today we're going to be talking about wooden dummy for basic training at home, okay? So if you have watched a previous video, we talked about the position angle. Dummy is a great tool when you don't have any partner because it teaches you proper alignment, angling, and deflecting, attacking at the same time. When I think about dummy, I always think about the position where my body aligns according to the dummy. This is what we call the center line, which means between my body and the body of a dummy, this is connection between our center. The two hands right here are connecting to my quarter line, which means if I turn my body either way, the quarter line now becomes my new center line, okay? So I don't want to just go here and all of a sudden move my body out. I'm here, so when I pivot, this becomes my center line, right? Now this goes towards my quarter line. However, if I pivot the other way, this now becomes my new center line. So previously we're talking about if my hand goes in the position like that, it doesn't matter if we do Tan Sao or Biu Sao. This is I'm attacking through the center line, but while I'm doing this, I'm defending on the high line. I can do the same thing vice versa on the other side. So you notice how my hand stays really tight to the position. And it doesn't matter what hand I'm doing, I'm still trying to control on the center line, simultaneously attack on a different line. So now we're gonna think about this. In the position with a dummy, we always measure everything using our limbs. Taller people have longer arms, right? So we use a hand as a measurement tool between our body and the dummy. So I use my hand to measure this to open my stance. The position with a dummy, I always use my hand as a forward projection. I don't just go 1 and 2 and 3 to touch. Everything I'm doing, I want to make sure I'm connected to the corners of the arm. Previously, we talked about this. You have 6 directional movement, which I can go top corner 1, top corner 2, bottom corner 3, bottom corner 4. And then you can also go forward and back. These creates angle and movement on my joint. And of course, this can be from my elbow to my wrist, but it can also be between my shoulder and my elbow. It can also be between my shoulder and my head. This same thing. It can be here, can be here, can be here. This can be this. It can also be this, right? So we talk about just angles, but not arms and legs. But we always refer them as arms and legs for, I guess, easy purposes. But really, these are just angles, okay? So here's one drill I like to teach a lot, okay? If I were to break down section number 1, this is 1, 2, and 3. You notice as I enter the line like this, all my fingers are really light. What a dummy teaches me is not to be tense with my muscle, but rather I want to be soft and strong at the same time. So I had to first understand how to utilize the internal power, which my hand goes forward, my body pushes forward. Elbow goes in, at the same time, my hand thrusts forward at the same time. Notice my fingers are very light. I don't do this. They're not stiff. So when I hit, I open the line. Notice how this hand opens. Now my hand thrusts on the center to strike, but I still keep and maintaining the angle. So if you look right here, I don't go 1, lose contact, and then I strike. Imagine there's someone's hand. I make the contact. Now this opens up for the strike. Now when I do this, I pull simultaneously to create that angle. So in one motion, it should look like that. But now, like this, not this, right? So you go 1 and 2 and 3. So what I like to teach is you do the motion left side, right side. You go 1, 2, 3, and then go 1, 2, 3. Now the motion can go 1, stay connected, you strike, you reach behind the head, now you pull. Ideally, I'm grabbing the neck to strike one elbow. But because of space right here, I can't really do this or this. So we just sort of make that motion doing this, okay? I call this a station. My hands are gonna be operating within that station, which means I don't take my hand out and reinsert into a position. I do a lot of Wing Chun grappling, which I think Wing Chun works really good with grappling. And I sort of believe that Wing Chun could have a lot of grappling back in the days, right? You think about Bong Sao position, which is technically just sort of like controlling the hand, going for a single leg, double leg, but this is all sort of like a hand fighting position. But if I would talk about striking in close range or grappling in close range, I don't ever want to take my hands out of a position and reinsert. So if my hand's already in position, I want to use my body to create the angle to insert my hands into a Bong Sao, rather than me taking the hands out of a position and then reinsert, or this, right? So I always think about this triangle on the top is my first station. My second station is this triangle right here. So now we're working on two different planes. Right? You have a flat plane like this, is a horizontal plane. You also have a vertical plane. Now on this angle, you also have another plane. So now we're looking at three-dimensional, right? You're going flat, vertical, and forward. So position 1, position 2. You see how my hand rotates inside of the station. My hand is here. Now I get that rotation. I want that hand to go to the upper corner. So when I enter now, I'm in a very tight space. And I always tell this to the people that I teach in Wing Chun. My footwork don't go out and enter the line. It takes so much more space out. Because I always apply this into grappling. If I were to shoot a position, I don't go out and then shoot in. You want to think about I enter the line in a very small tight space as possible because I want to stay connected to the center line. So if I enter like this, my foot is going to follow this angle. You see how I tape this on the ground? This is how I enter the line. Now my foot controls that center. But I don't want my foot to go out like this. Now I'm losing all that connection. So now my foot changes the angle. Now my foot touches, my toe points to dummy, I'm entering into a line like this. So we're going to do this one more time, okay? So you're 1 and 2 and 3. Notice my body move. Enter the line, stay with the line. From here, I don't just do this. I'm assuming my body's going to turn. So as I turn my hip, this is going to be a slightly more retreat motion. But you see how my foot, I'm still following that center line to create an opening. So now I have this angle. This will be ideally punching. So in Wing Chun, if one hand defends, the other hand must attack. So in this case, when I enter the line like this is defending, this is attacking. High or low doesn't matter. If this hand is defending, this hand is attacking. If this hand is defending, this hand is attacking. So in one motion, my body move, 1, stab, enter. I slide this foot back, I shift my hip weight, my hand punches. Now my hand rotates backwards. I don't do this. I'm still staying connected to this. Now I enter the line like this. This deflects a line. This strikes a line. From here, this hand is going to do what we call the Hyun Sao. I move the hand now. Now you see how this hand, I can move the dummy arm between position to position. This hand is going to retreat, open to take over the line right here. Now I enter to insert tanda. My foot still touching, my hands are still connecting. And then when I enter back, I take this foot, move 1. Now I'm back to the center line right away. If I had to take an adjustment every time when I move, that means I'm always going to be behind time. My body, when I attack, should already in the position for the next attack. Does that make sense? I don't want to go 1, 2, 3, and then I had to readjust my position to do the next step. So I want everything sort of connect together, so I'm making less of adjustment as I go. So in a set of motion, 1, 2, 3. My hip is here. I turn halfway. I bong sao. This bong sao, I'm connected to the top corner. I step. I move in tight, but not this. I don't lose that connection. I move. I stay tight. This whole entire time, this hand is doing this. Okay. So if you look at this closely, I don't let this drop and go back. My bones are here. I stay connected the whole time. My elbows here. I can always strike. But you see how this arm is still connected like this? That's because my elbows still control that line right here. Once I'm here, I slide 1 and then 2. I move the hand. So now I'm moving the arm to deflect the angle. My hand replaces, I enter the line. Stab across, turn. This hand goes here. I scoop it. The little pinky is on scoop as my hand attacks like that. Now watch. This elbow goes from outside to inside. Then I use my forearm to control the arm to lift. You notice I'm not doing this. I'm controlling this hand as I'm sticking to the arm. Now when I strike, I'm still here. My elbow now goes on the outside to control the line as I close. Okay? So one more time. 1, 2, 3. Control the line. My body's here. I control. I move. Enter the line. 1, 2, 3. Enter. See my body? Move in 1. From here, I slide my body. This is what I think about this is like offensively gang sao. I gang sao and I punch at the same time. But for now, we're training to do this. Now watch my hip. I turn. I'm square back up. Now I'm centered right away. Here, elbows inside. My hand move from the outside, inside, strike. Control the line. Now my elbow goes out to control the line one more time, and then we close. Same thing, if I do a second side, my elbow here controls on top of arm. I don't go below. I control just as if my elbow is on the top of collarbone. Now I turn my elbows, I still in the station, and then I bounce out. I step, tanda. Slide the foot, straight back. 1, 2, open. My body don't pass the center line. I don't go from here to here, because now my face is too close to the arm. So then when I go 1 and 2, I'm right here. I still keep that proper distance. From here, I move the arm away. So notice I control the line. Now my hand enter like that. Tang, gone. Turn the body. Now strike low, and then you close. And that's gonna be the detail I like to focus. Every position, I want to stay tighter with the hands because I think about controlling that space with the arm. Much like how we start doing grappling, my hands and elbows stay really tight. If I would start hand fighting people, my elbows start flare up, my body starts sitting taller, my opening's gonna be everywhere. They can arm drag, they can leg drag, they can do single leg. So I want everything stay tight. Just much like we do like hand fighting with Chisao. All the position here, I use my forearm to stick. I use my elbow to stick. I also use my body to create angle and opening, right? I don't want to just move my hip like this, but my body is on the center. When I move, my hip moves and hollows away. Now I'm creating the range and angle to follow through with a new line and attack. And I hope this helps you guys. If any questions, let me know. I'm trying to plan in more episodes like this. So if you like information like this, let me know. We'll do another episode like that.